Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the full elect, hearing this word in truth and in sincerity. So this is just going to be a land back off of Elder Manat Zakba's video. Skin color doctrine. Can a white man be an Israelite? And pretty much, can a heathen looking Israelite, it's like can a heathen looking person be an Israelite? And that's only if their line goes back, all right, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And really, this is all through the spirit, because, we can't physically track our line back to our forefathers, all right, but in spirit we understand that, we are the Israelites, because everything written in these scriptures concerning, the Israelites, that applies to us, such as the curses, all right. Ain't no other nation, ain't no other people on this planet, going through what the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans are going through. All right. But that's not only selective to a skin color. You got so-called white people, Chinese, Japanese people who are also under the curses, man, one way or another. Okay. And that's an indicator. But the biggest indicator that they're Israelites is that they're saying the name of Yahweh and Yahushai. All right, because the heathen, they're not gonna reverence the name of Yahweh. They're not gonna reverence the name of Yahushua. They hold their gods more. They hold their gods more more greater, all right, to themselves than they would our Lord, man. Okay, for example, Esau, Edom, or the so-called white man. They, Salakia, they have their gods that they worship. Although they know that Yahweh and Yahushua is real and they exist, what they do, they still worship their gods. They don't truly reverence, the God of heavens and earth, man. You see? But the fact that you got a so-called white man, all right, saying the name of Yahweh and Yahushua, that's an indicator that he's an Israelite, man. No, point blank period. Because the heathen, they're not going to say the name of the Lord, all right, and reverence it, man, in reverence. But this is Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 5. And it says, "Behold, ye among the heathen, and regard and wonder marvelously." And a key word here is among, all right, the heathen. Because the 12 tribes of Israel have been scattered among the different nations, man. So therefore, being scattered among the nations, we learn their tongue or their language. We learn their ways. You got to check among the heathen nations that look like the heathen, man. And that so-called white boy, he's an example of that, right? He's an example of a Jake scattered among the heathen. It says, "In regard and wonder marvelously, for I will work a work in your days, which you will not believe, though it be told you." This is ultimately talking about, all right, the heathen-looking Israelites, man. And that's going to be, in these times to come, that's going to be a big, showcase of the Lord's power right there, man. That's going to be a big showcase of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's power. Is that, hold on, for so long these people of the world really thought that we were all about skin color, black people, black this, black that. Even when we say that the Latinos, Native Americans are Israelites, they still want to hang on to, calling us black Hebrew Israelites. Showing that they're complete hypocrites. But the Lord is going to, take it a step farther, and show the world that, the nation of Israel, or his power is not limited to skin color. Let me put it like that. Because nothing is impossible with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right. There's the book of Revelation, chapter 7 and verse 9. And it says, "After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people." You see? And really what it is talking about is what? The Israelites scattered among the nations. "And tongues, and stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands." Verse 10, "And cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our power, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb." You see? So So salvation, is going to come to the Israelites scattered among the nations, man. And once again, it's going to shock the world to see, all right, these different Israelites saying the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, because once again, they thought this was a black thing. All right, because when Esau Edom presents the Israelites in the news, they always go from the angle of the black Israelite code, or black Israelite, black Hebrew Israelites, this and that, you know what I'm saying? So, when you got so-called white people saying Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, or saying that I'm an Israelite, that's going to confuse them, So that it shows you this is not a skin color thing. It's not about physical looks. It's really about your spirit. Because, your spirit is an Israelite, or within that body is an Israelite, all right? But generations down the line, generations ago, you were a so-called black man, The Lord just scattered you among the heathen. This is the book of, and that concept alone, the concept of reincarnation alone, that's above a lot of people's heads, man. 1 Samuel 16 and verse 4, that's Lakia, and 7. And this is when the Lord sent Samuel, all right, to pretty much pretty much get King David, man, or to anoint King David. Samuel was looking at his brothers, as those. Let me word it like this, Salakia, man. Jake getting tongue-tied. But Samuel was looking at their stature, or he was looking at their frame and saying, surely the Lord, is dealing with them. But the Lord said this, verse 7, but the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. You see? So man is going to look on the outward appearance. You're going to have a lot of Israelites that come in these last days, right? And want to hear the word. They're going to want to hear the breakdowns, want to hear, the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right, you got some of these camps out there that's going to be turning them away because of their skin color, man. But not knowing that, you just offended, a potential member of the elect, man. And what did Yahweh Shai say about offending one of the little ones, man? All right, you do not want to offend the Lord's little ones. And that's why it's important to walk in the spirit so that you can judge uprightly in the spirit, man. But a lot of these camps, a lot of these guys, they're very carnal, so they make carnal judgments. And the water y'all bashing me on shop for this truth, because one thing I've learned, being in this truth, man, is that, it goes beyond, just looking at people in the flesh, man. Because I tell from personal experience, it's many people that I encounter on a day-to-day, that I can tell that that's an Israelite. I can see past the skin color, man, and many things indicate that it's an Israelite. Even like if you just see somebody, just see the way they move, the way they conduct themselves, you know that they're Israelites, man. Because the way the heathen move don't move like Jake. And of course the heathen, they can copy Jake, but there's a genuine sway about our people, man, that you cannot really mimic or really, take classes on. That's another thing too, because the heathen, they take classes on trying to be like Jake. With us, it's all natural. The way you walk, the way you talk, man, right? It's all natural. So you're going to have slanted-eyed Israelites, all right? You're going to have, so-called white Israelites, so-called African Israelites, and when I say so-called African Israelites, I'm saying you're going to have those who are people scattered are among, them Hamites over there, man, East Africa, Sudan. Okay, you're going to have Israelites everywhere, because the scriptures don't lie. The Lord said that he's going to scatter us among all nations. That's Deuteronomy 28 and verse 64. He said that. So therefore, Jacob is everywhere. And that's why when I read Revelation, the 7th chapter, it said there was a great multitude of all kindreds, tongues, and peoples, man. Right? So going to James 1 and 1. Right? James chapter 1 and verse 1. And it says, James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. Okay? The 12 tribes have been scattered abroad. So therefore, obviously they're gonna look like, if you're being, sensible and you're being honest, you're gonna come to the conclusion that, they can't just look the same throughout all generations, because, Jake loved the heathen woman. When I say love the heathen woman, I mean like, our people, they love women. Simply put, no matter which nation you come from, if Jake like it, he's taking it, man. Right? So, it's a thing. Generations down the line, that skin complexion eventually fades away. The dark skin tone, it eventually fades away. So therefore, you have a lighter skin tone, man. Hey, Blake Griffin is an excellent example of that, of what I'm talking about. Blake Griffin's father is a Levite, a so-called Haitian. His mother is a so-called white lady. Hey, they had a child, Blake Griffin. He comes out lighter. Blake Griffin has a child, same process with a so-called white lady. And look, their child, don't even look black no more, so-called black. He looks white, man. But guess what? That child is an Israelite, despite his skin color. And if Babylon were to go on, a few more years, Lord willing it don't, and that child found out that he was an Israelite, he'd be doing the same thing, saying the names of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, for sure, And although we know that he's already an Israelite, he'd be a clear-cut example of, he'd be a clear-cut example that, being an Israelite is not limited to a skin color. We don't judge you by your skin color. We judge you by the spirit. All right. Let's go to the book of Isaiah chapter 14, right, in verse 1. Isaiah 14 and 1, and it says, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob," which is Israel, "and will yet choose Israel." And the Lord is going to have mercy on Jacob, through having mercy on the elect. Because the scripture says, if the Lord did not leave a remnant, we would have been like Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, so through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua having mercy on the elect, the nation will repopulate. Because we understand 2/3 are going to die here in America, and Israelites around the world are going to die. But through that elect remnant, the tribes, the nation will be rejuvenated. That's how the Lord's going to have mercy on the nation of Israel. It says, "And will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land." And strangers, which those strangers are ultimately talking about, the Israelite foreigners. I was a foreigner to my heritage. You have brothers and sisters, that woke up to being an Israelite. You are foreigners. You are strangers to your own heritage. Now that you came, now that you've that the Lord woke you up, you've cleaved on, to the house of Israel, man. It says, "And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." And that's what we've done. We've taken a hold of our heritage. And the process goes on, man. You're going to have, Israelite foreigners, that cleave to the house of Jacob, man. And ultimately, if the Lord have mercy on you, he's going to send you to, his true prophets, his true leaders. All right? Because you do have a lot of camps out there, that don't judge spiritual matters, with the spiritual mind. They'll see somebody that looks like an Edomite or that looks like a Moabite, and so on and so forth. And they'll quickly say, you're going into slavery. All right? But wait a minute. If that's an Israelite, he's not going into slavery, or he's already in it. All right? But if that's an Israelite, after this slavery, you're not going into slavery again, So you got Jake out there that are not judging, rightfully, man. So you got to bring these scriptures out and see, if their spirit resonate with the scriptures. If so, that's an Israelite. If not, it's a heathen, and absolutely they're going into slavery. But that's pretty much the point. All right, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Just want to land back off of this topic. Pretty much how, Jake is going to come looking like, every nation under heaven, man. And it's not limited to a skin color. All right, it's always about the spirit. It's always about the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, coming out their mouths, because once again, only Israelites are going to say those names. You know, but Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Now I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to those for elect hearing this word in truth and in sincerity. Till next time I say shalom.